What is the meaning of this third eye? Why is it a stunt for humanity over the years? And how can you start using it right now to influence your reality? All these questions, which may have crossed your mind at some point, will be answered today. There is a very powerful method that I like to call third eye visualization, but to use it you must fully understand the context in which this method originates. To do this, we must look back in time to the greatest creators of reality who ever lived, the enlightened yogis, the shamans, the ancient Egyptians, and the Hermetists. Many different traditions have always mentioned the third eye, and each holds some truth in their claims. Right now, humanity has access to all kinds of external technology. But along the way to developing all this technology, we have lost touch with the internal technology that our ancestors once had access to. This has led to some honestly inexplicable events, like the building of the Great Pyramids in Egypt, for example. How is it possible that we still can't explain how the pyramids were built? This is the work of a powerful internal technology that we have overlooked. There were many destructive cataclysms that led to the disappearance of all this knowledge, most notably the Great Fire of the Library of Alexandria, which has virtually erased thousands of years of ancient knowledge. This information is actually available, but it is guarded and hidden due to its true power. At least that was the case until today. But first we must thoroughly understand the yogic sciences and know Patanjali, the father of these sciences. Patanjali existed thousands of years before the arrival of Christ, and people who look back to analyze Patanjali's writings think that Patanjali was a collection of 7, 8, even 9 different people. Patanjali wrote the Yoga Sutras, which is basically one of the first texts that actually brought together all the yogic knowledge. He knew thousands of years ago that the Yoga Sutras would be prevalent even today, and would be even more important today than they were hundreds or even thousands of years ago. So he left us all the teachings about it. In this text, Patanjali talks about the human machine, and it is like an instruction guide on how to use it. Because there is a rather curious reality. We have been gifted with this great, intelligent and powerful machine, but we don't even have an instruction guide. The goal with the Yoga Sutras was exactly that, for us to learn to use our body at its highest level, and this is where the third eye comes in. There are 114 chakras in our body, as Patanjali mentions. Of these 114, there are 7 main ones, which are the ones we should pay more attention to. These 7 chakras describe the ascent of men from the absolute base, the primary instincts of survival, to ultimately enlightenment. And if you can move your energy from the different levels throughout the entire process. The purpose of yogic practices is to move energy from the absolute base and core level to the absolute highest, up to the level of experiential realization, or the 7th chakra. First, we find the most central chakra. This is the root chakra. If your energy is more concentrated in the root chakra, you mainly worry about sleeping and eating. There are many people who are at this low basic level of consciousness right now. They don't understand anything else, they are like animals. At the next level, we find the Muladhara chakra, which is the sacral or spleen chakra. When you are in this chakra, you are primarily concerned with the pleasures of life, sexual pleasures, or any other type of pleasure. So if your energy is focused here, pleasure is your main focus. One level above that, we find the Manipura chakra. If your energy is concentrated in the Manipura chakra, action becomes your main focus. Basically, you don't want to think, you just want to do and act without thinking, and the consequences of this behavior are clear. On a higher level than that, if your energy is focused on the heart chakra, the Anahata, your primary tendency is toward creativity. Creating artistic pieces, admiring different creative pieces. Creativity is the main expression that your vital energy finds. Another level above the throat chakra, the Vishuddhi, and your main focus is on gaining influence. If you use it, your voice becomes more powerful. You want to gain influence, and you are good at gaining influence and expressing yourself. So if that's where your energy is focused, you could be a great politician, a great speaker, or anything related to public speaking. This is where the third eye comes into play. If your energy is concentrated in the Ajna chakra, the third eye, then you become intellectually fulfilled. This intellectual realization is actually the highest level your energy can ascend to in the realm of duality. Beyond this, if your energy rises to the Sahasrara, your crown chakra, then you realize that this is non-dual and you are in a constant state of ecstasy. All you need to do is move your energy to the level of intellectual realization. When you manage to do this, you can change your perception at will. As we know, we have sensory organs which are sight, the five senses, our senses used to perceive the outside world. The Ajna chakra is used to perceive the inner world. When you can learn to use the Ajna chakra, your visualizations not only become more vivid, but they also materialize much more easily in physical reality. Now that we know the chakras, we can talk about how to change our reality based on them. Notice how you become so immersed in all your problems and what is happening outside of you that you cannot turn inward, you cannot focus inward. And this occurs because your third eye has not been unlocked and your pineal gland is calcified. But don't worry, when you open your third eye, you don't have to worry about decalcifying your pineal gland, it will be activated naturally. And to do so, we must unlock our inner vision. When we unlock our inner vision, we gain the power to change our perception according to our will. If we choose to change our perception, we have the option to do so. We are rigidly attached to how we have been conditioned up to this point, and there are two perceptions we possess. How we see the world around us, our worldview, and how we see ourselves in relation to our worlds, our self-view, our identity. Most people become rigid, attached to how they see themselves, and think that there is one side that is true and another that is false, which limits them. But when you become flexible, you become one with life. Whatever life throws at us, we want to flow with it, not against the current. This is when you have gained access to the ability to change your perception according to what life requires at different times in your life. Now that we understand this, we can jump directly to the third eye visualization method. This technique actually uses your third eye along with your subconscious mind, so there is a prerequisite for this, making sure that when you do this exercise, you fall asleep. So doing it before bed is ideal, but for now it's totally fine that we're doing this as a practice right now. Okay, so no problem. Make sure you have a place to sit for 10 minutes without distractions and sit somewhere comfortable. Before we begin, what we want to do is already in our mind. We are facing a problem in our lives, so I invite you to reflect on a significant challenge or something that makes a strong impression on you. Being stuck in this could be in your business. It could be in your personal life, your relationship, anything you choose that you've been stuck with for a while. The key here is that you don't know how to overcome stagnation. It may be that you have considered some solution, but you are not sure yet and it has not taken place. Imagine that you are about to tackle solving a problem that has kept you stuck. Before you begin, focus on visualizing the problem and feel its impact on your life. Now, breathe deeply, sit quietly, and let the tranquility envelop you. In your mind, visualize the number 3, then the number 2, moving deeper and deeper into an alpha state of mind. By reaching the number 1 3 times, you will be in a state of low brain frequency, known as the alpha wave. While keeping your eyes directed toward the center of your forehead, visualize the problem vividly. Create a colorful, rich scene that represents the obstacle you face. Imagine how you feel being stuck in that problem. Make the scene as big and visual as you can imagine. Now imagine that there is a ball of energy in your heart that contains that problem. In 3 seconds, send that ball to your higher self, freeing yourself from the weight. Exhale and shoot the ball into space, delivering it to a higher power. Keep your eyes on your third eye, feeling the pressure in the center of your forehead. Now visualize what the solution to the problem could be like. Imagine life after the obstacle has been resolved. Immerse yourself in that scene with all your senses. In 3 seconds, send this new ball of energy to your higher self. As you exhale, release it from your heart. This issue has been fixed. Slowly open your eyes, marking the end of this exercise. When you do this process before sleeping, wait 3 days and observe how different signals indicate the resolution of the problem in your reality. Look for small confirmations and recognize them as steps toward the solution. If after 3 days you don't see changes, repeat the exercise. The key is to be open to receiving and recognizing the signs, no matter how small. If this video resonated with you, I invite you to like and subscribe to our channel. Share this video with others so they can benefit from this message, and don't forget to leave a comment sharing your thoughts, reflections, and experiences. Thank you for watching and for joining this journey, and we are waiting for you in the next video. Blessings.